Hello, Yume Nikki fans! There are a few things I love more than music. Really! It's the most important thing to me, along with food, water, shelter, my friends, money, and of course Yume Nikki. Over the years, many fans of the game have taken the music of Yume Nikki and made full-length albums with their remixes. How they figured out what to do with these 5-second tracks is beyond me, but I wanted to share many of these jams with you, starting with... Composed by Metricarita, Yume Nikki no Tame no Waltz is a 3-track Vocaloid EP, made especially for the Surface Paradise merch line. I have the CD and cover art tapestry because, of course I do. There's a nicely animated music video for the title track, but it cuts the song in half, so I recommend the album version. Speaking of the title track, God, it's so good! Urgh! It starts off with this haunting piano rendition of the title theme, and then explodes into a flurry of beautifully orchestrated instruments and, crying. Very fitting for the game. The strings complement the fine vocal melody, while the childlike woodblocks clash with the sobbing as if it's some cruel irony. Then you have these cool sections with cymbals and recorders. I love the inclusion of somebody bashing a piano. I love the tambourine bit that leads to another beautiful crescendo. I love the part where the piano breaks up the returning sobs. In fact, I love the piano in general. This song is perfect, even if it doesn't pick up any melodies from the actual game aside from the intro. Really, this is my personal favorite tribute to the Yume Nikki as a whole. Track 2, Yume no Usa. It starts off with this atmospheric cover of the ending theme. Then the South American percussion kicks in, reminiscent of Yume Nikki's many influences taken from South American culture. Then the strings kick in and oh, the horns, oh my god! If this doesn't end up becoming the trailer music for some kind of Yume Nikki fan film, I'm not sure I can die happy. I mean, seriously, this sounds like movie trailer music. It's got an atmospheric intro, loud intense horns, more atmosphere spliced in, and the perfect ending to show off credits in the title screen. How come nobody talks about this album? It's so good! Track 3 ends the EP on a mysterious note. It's somber and atmospheric with a nice touch of noise. A lot more songs from the game are spliced in this one, like the Pink Sea, Neon World, Save Theme, and probably more. The vocals distort around your ears, making for an almost cultish sound. It's a decent ending to a great album. Composed by Infinity, Yume no Oto is another album made for the Surfer's Paradise merch line. This time around, the composer squeezed as many songs from the game as they possibly could into this full-length experience, often including sound effects, new instruments, and all around making this a great and refreshing way to listen to the Yume Nikki soundtrack. The album starts off with a music box, playing the save theme, only to transition into a full-blown digital orchestra. The way the flute song is played by these emotional strings, oh, you know this is a celebration worth giving your attention to. But not everything is as it seems. The song bellows into this sinister tone as the title theme creeps in. The bells from the number world boom as a synth interrupts the song and brilliantly transitions into the next. We get the haunting echoes of the snow world. Slowly, the tiled path theme leads into this ethereal melody involving catchy drums and the sound effect from the teleport maze. And how the hell did you make me like that sound effect? Almost bafflingly, this transitions into an awesome remix of the Witch event, and oh my god, I love this. I love how the depressing plucks of the Barak settlement get into this incredible somber rendition of the Turiningen party. Seriously, this is the coolest thing ever. We get this adorable mix of the various FC themes, then this trumpet solo starts and like, ah! The Shield Folk remix involves tribal chanting. Interesting. There's the super cool techno remix of the Martian Underground that reminds me of The Matrix. It's a pretty great album, but I do have one small issue that distracts me every time. The remix of Ponacos House. It's nice, it's cute, it has incredible texture and instrument choice, but then the beat drops and I don't like the bass line. It's a shame the bass line makes me want to vomit every time I hear it, because otherwise it's the best song on the album. Next up is 24 Effects, a collaboration with multiple artists. White Pool kicks everything off with a noisy intro and an upbeat and varied mix of melodies from the game, accompanied by great textures. It's definitely rewarding to listen to the song with headphones. A great way to start off a compilation album. You'd be hard-pressed to find any flaws in this album. Maybe some of the songs drag on for a bit, like On the Air, In the Air, but there's no bad here. It's oddly consistent for a collaboration album. If I didn't know any better, I'd think all these songs were made by one artist. Now, all these songs are great on their own right, but I need to especially highlight 9 AM. It starts off with this beautiful guitar rendition of the Snow World, then the Brack Settlement. The guitar is nice, yeah, sure, but then... Subliminal. I don't know who made this. I couldn't figure it out. You'd think this is an atmospheric album from the first track, but nope. You're hit with sick Japanese bars in the second track, accompanied by this eerie beat. Then, the third song is just an acid beat. The fourth track has this piano backing some beautiful singer. There's some more bouncy beats. The last track is just some guy talking. This album's all over the place. I like the songs here, but almost every track, clocking in at around 5 minutes, gets pretty boring to me personally near the end. It's nice. I'd say listen to it. On to Rain Lily White. This album is a bit too inconsistent in terms of quality. The first track is a piano rendition of the end theme that sounds like background music for a creepypasta reading. It almost reminds me of Ib. Patricia is this elegant tune, encouraging the curiosity of finding a new place to explore. It almost reminds me of Studio Ghibli music. Medotsky's 7 Reveries is a bop and chiptune track. There's a vocal track with a nice singer. Then there's Dream Quest, where the drums are catchy but the melody can sound really messy at points. Carving Memories is nothing but piano and flute. It's not that interesting. Step by Step is an atmospheric beat, and some of the songs are just piano. It's not a bad album, I'm just not captivated by it. Half is great and half is I'd take more coherency if that makes sense. A Room EP was composed by ELC and is a very soothing album. Starting with In My Closet, we have a nice atmospheric track with echoing piano, pleasant drums, soothing synths, and some great guitar playing. The second track has these echoing guitar plucks with a bass and drum beat that drives you forward. It even picks up a bit of a bossa beat near the end. The third track ditches the guitar and goes for a more cosmic sound. We bring the guitar back for a beautiful rendition of the Snow World, including heavy math rock influences. Pop-Off is a great ending with a reverberating save theme being interrupted by an alarm clock. We then have bonus track, which is just a 30-second math rock rendition of the Nasu theme. Why isn't it longer? Ah! You tease me with a catchy rock tune only to take it away! Oh well, the album is pretty. I like it. Ugh, I have a lot of music to go over. Maybe if I had a sponsor, I'd have the strength to keep going. Merch! Postcards from the White Desert merch. Look at these snazzy designs, drawn by yours truly. Get it for your mom, get it for your dog, maybe even get it for your friend who likes Yume Nikki. Just kidding, we all know Yume Nikki fans aren't real. If you get anything, send it to me on Twitter. If you don't have Twitter, I envy you. Another one by ELC, Bed Hair EP is a lo-fi album. The first track is just a piano, but the tunnel effect coupled by the fact it's only a minute, yeah, it gets a pass. The second track is so atmospheric and beautiful, I think my soul is trying to escape my body again. It's absolutely breathtaking with headphones. The third track, Kennel, starts off atmospheric like the last track, but this awesome harsh noise fades into the song and gets interrupted by this insanely beautiful acoustic rendition of the FC World field. Guitars, drums, piano, synth, bass, it's so catchy. The cozy guitar sound carries on for the rest of the album, and it's so pleasant. Yume Nikki Remix Album is another album arranged by various artists. The first track is a great way to start, but the second track isn't very great. It's got this off-key bass, annoying drums, and it goes on for 6 long minutes. The third track makes up for it. It has this catchy dance beat, It's got personality, I like it, but I don't want to sit through every song. It's a similar case to Rain Lily White, except it's techno. MK Delta definitely steals the show for me. All their songs are extremely catchy. Of course, drum and bass isn't my forte, so maybe you'll like this one way more than me. Yume Nikki EP by Chaos X is a rock album, yeah! The cover art is so cool. English vocals too. Huh. They're not half bad either. Not incredible, but not half bad at all. All the songs are around 5 minutes, except track 2, which is 9 minutes. Whoa. Initially I wasn't too fond of the first track, but upon further listen, it's pretty good. It's really good, actually. This track then leads into the second track with these cool horns and a vocal duet. Somber Settlements, the 9-minute track, includes the Barak settlement, of course. It seems like a rite of passage for guitar-playing Yume Nikki fans to adore the Barak settlement. The inclusion of piano is a nice touch, but jeez. This is when the vocals start to get really distracting. The lyrics are fine, the singing is passable, but I think the mixing could have had more care put into it. I think it's hard to enjoy the long atmospheric portion of the track when the high-pitched vocals are too loud to appreciate everything else. Then it gets into this rock bit with people getting murdered, and it'd be really metal if the stabbing sound effects weren't stock cartoon effects. I feel like an asshole for describing it the way I am. The production is really good in the song, but there are some decisions that could have had better execution. The last track, Requiem Rites, is alright. I like the vocal melody and the key changes are appropriate for a finale. It's got nice airy piano, some cool synth strings, and great guitar playing. This album feels so close to being perfect, but some nitpicks I have like mixing and sound design make it feel a little awkward. However, the production on the instrumentals are really good. You did give me what I wanted, Yume Nikki rock, and I've got mad respect for it. It's not perfect, but it has a lot of heart, and I think you should give this one a shot. Alright, so these next few albums are pretty big. I think it's time to take a break and mention Minikin Megamix. It's good. Catchy beat, fast pace, good length, and great use of samples. I just hear it too much. So many videos use this song, the first 5 seconds are etched into my brain. Another song I want to talk about is Pastel Sea by bansheebeat. Although not about Yume Nikki, it does sample the Pink Sea. And it's just a very good song. Oh boy, here we go. I've been waiting to talk about this one. Yume Nikki Between the Lines is a project by Flare that I've had my eyes on for quite some time. Plus, the cover art by Jeffwell, an artist I've also been following for quite some time, is great. The first song is this beautifully orchestrated lullaby with a wide range of instruments. The harp is just perfect here. The second track starts off slow, but then the beat kicks in and I'm in love. And then these sweeping pads fill the track and it's just so cool. Alabaster Dreams has this mesmerizing guitar that make great napping music. Noir Reveries has some sick vibes. Downtime is this soothing jazz remix with the save theme and my ears feel so good. Another Year has this sick ass guitar and drum beat. You know what? This whole album is great. I don't want to gush for too long, otherwise I'll sound like a broken record. I mean, I used Dance Dance Monkey as an outro for one of my videos. It's that good. Other than that, it's pretty flawless. I mean, Pursuit starts slow and speeds up, referencing how the Turingan beat changes speed between game versions. That is the kind of genius we're working with here. Just listen to it on your own. Even though some of the songs drag a bit, the ending song is so worth it. I have this one on CD. It comes with a ton of sick art. Mail order's great. Reverberation of Dreams is another album by various artists. It's definitely one of the more high-profile albums in this video, for good reason too. The first track, Dream Diary, is a vocal track. Nice vibrant production, great vocals. It's a good start. The third track didn't really impress me at first, being a solo piano track, but there are some really awesome jazzy bits at the end that justify its place in the runtime. Clouds Glide has some sweet lo-fi rock vibes you know I love. Lie is a nice acoustic song to put on your study playlist. The Nexus, Yurtsky's Walk, is an atmospheric track with a lot of care put into it.
The slowness and bit crush textures only highlight the track that comes directly after, 13 Steps of Mr. Sakon Masada. This catchy jazz track has a lot of sound effects with it that add a lot more substance. Suera has this cute music box melody with these beautiful echoing synths as seagulls can be heard in the background. Droid is a psychedelic rock jam, you know I love those. Outro closes the album perfectly with this jazzy lounge music being interrupted by these distorted vocals. Though it's not completely over. Track 18 gives the album 14 seconds of silence only to be followed by track 19, a cheerful jazzy piano melody that sounds like it's being played in the other room. I like this album a lot. Some bits can be too slow for my liking, but every song has this consistent quality and attention to detail that can't be denied. One album I want to mention is the small one I found on SoundCloud a while back called Ponacos House by DOKO. About as experimental as these albums get, it's got some nice atmosphere and sick beats. The song I want to highlight here is Lost It All. It's the most like a traditional Yume Nikki song with less crazy production than the other songs in the album, but man, the vibes it gives off are so nice. Another album I found on SoundCloud a while ago, Monochrome Memory, is an acoustic guitar album made by Ambrosia. Although not technically a Yume Nikki branded album, the game was cited as inspiration. With 42 whole tracks of sweet melancholy, this is a perfect nap time album. They stopped uploading years ago because they hit the upload limit on SoundCloud. However, I messaged them and they do have a YouTube channel that I will link. Well, I think that's it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next... Oh, he also has one more album. I don't think it's online anymore. Gee, I sure do wish there was some sort of Japanese auction site that had the CD on sale for super cheap. Birthplace is another album by ELC and our last album for this video. I did actually buy this on a whim, you're welcome. So how is the album? It's good. Duh. It's ELC. I'd say this is the most chilling of their Yume Nikki albums. It's mostly atmospheric, but there are bits that'll catch you off guard. The second track, though pleasant, will occasionally be interrupted by this harsh noise, becoming straight as a dance beat in the likes of Monaco's theme or kalimba. Occasionally you'll get a hint of electric guitar, but it never gets into the lo-fi rock style ELC's other music gets into. It's a good album.
Actually, I asked Shadok to dig up their old Dreamstuck account so we could re-upload it.
Now you can listen to it along with the other albums in this video. If you have any other video suggestions, please comment down below.
I'm sorry for not uploading in 9 months, I'm tired, okay?